scenic waterfront town in California?
It's probably what it's named after. Just look outside. It's perfect sense. All right, guys, here we go. We are in the dark caps. On gray. Who they are, I believe it's a Montreal team. They have two teams here, gray and a blue. Don't know if that means an A and a B team or if they've equalized it. Don't know the caliber of these kids or any information at all. But here we go. We're in sunny, cold, snow on the ground, Montreal. In the water, we have Nelson in cap 14, Martin in cap 10, Jackson cap 3. Looks like Elliot King starting in net. We got Moses in cap 5. Oh, this is stressing my contacts out, man. Riley, I think, is cap 7. Elliot G is cap 8. And I think Nelson's doing the sprint here. Let's go, Surrey. Here we go. Not quite. Tiburon Gray starts with the ball. Martin's check with the ball. Over to Jackson's check. Jackson's trying to get around him, gets around him. Well done, Jackson. He's up there with Martin. Nelson's swimming up the side here. Nelson's got Martin who's open. Can he get it to him? Keep it, Nelson. Work hard. Martin's able to grab it. Good job, Martin. Martin goes for a lob. Not quite. Jackson gets the rebound, and there's the first goal for Surrey on the board, 1-0. Ooh, bit of a scramble, but they figured it out there. Good teamwork. Way to back each other up. Bit of a metro adventure here for the kids in Montreal, as we didn't rent cars on this trip, but nice to see some smiles in the pool after some words about the metro situation. Oh, the ref is just having Riley help out separate the cones there. I guess they got bumped too close together, so they're going to start up top here again. Resetting after the goal. Jackson's check up top with the ball. Jackson's going to try that same trick to get around him. Doesn't work that time. Over to Riley's check on the far side. Riley's check. Passes it in to Moses, and Elliot G coming to help out with the steal. Ball under, and nicely done. Elliot G with the ball. Passes it up the side to Riley. Riley has ordinary foul. That player will back up to give a bit of space. Everybody's swimming down to get set up. 22 seconds still on the clock. Elliot passes to Moses. Moses not moving up. Elliot G passes to Jackson. Not quite able to get his hand on it. Had 3 boys on him there, so that's fair. And we're back on defense here. Okay, big pass over to Riley's check. Riley pressing over to Elliot G's check. Ordinary foul. Elliot will back up to give him space. Back up to Riley's check. Oh, Jackson tries for a steal, leaves a player open up top. This is going to be a big shot. And oh no, it goes off Elliot's fingertips. Unlucky. That was a bit unlucky. Shot from far away. Elliot reached for it, but it kind of went off his fingers into the net. So scores 1-1. That's all right. We'll get this guy sorted out. Okay, Martin's going to take a break. Cole's coming in the water. Number 2. And we're doing a little bit more repair of the spacing of the cones. And here we go. Let's get it back, boys. Okay, Moses with the ball. Over to Cole. Whoop, bit of a tough pass there. Thankfully, it didn't go out of bounds. Up to Moses up top again. Cole's got lots of pull space here. Whoop, 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 whoop. And Moses sort of fumbles that one, unfortunately. And we are back on defense. Right up to, yeah, Moses needs to go right in the center there. And this boy's going to get a foul. He's outside. He can shoot if he wants. He doesn't. Nelson tries for an interception there. Doesn't quite get it. Nelson trying for the steal. Holds the player. Jackson does the steal. Awesome teamwork, you guys. Here we go. Jackson passes it over to Cole. He's got Nelson. We got a bit of a 4-on-3 here. Nelson with the ball here now. Passes it to open Riley on the far side. And there's the goal for Riley. Nice play, boys. Way to work together. 2-1 Surrey. Back on defense. Jackson's check up top with the ball. Oh, nice try, Jackson. Nice try, Jackson. He's fighting him for it. Okay, Elliot G's check with the ball. Oh, nice try on the steal. Ordinary foul. That player has to pass before they can shoot. And who's going to get that? Nice job. Good read, Cole. Elliot and Cole are both able to go in for that steal, and Cole gets his hand on it. That's awesome. Good defense, bud. Elliot passes up to Elliot at the far side. Ordinary foul, gets a bit of space, passes to Riley. Riley gets an ordinary foul. Trying to get him to pass all the way across to Cole, not quite. Oh, ordinary. Oh, no, exclusion drawn by Jackson. Good job. So we've got a man up here. So we get a full 30 seconds, actually 28 maybe is what they said on the clock there. Nelson with the ball over to Cole. Cole over to Riley. Into, oh, unfortunate. Can he get the rebound? Nice try, Jackson. Hits the post on that play. It was really nicely done, just didn't quite execute at the end there. Goes for the rebound and not quite again, but never quit, so that's great. Here we go, back on defense. That's Riley's check with the ball over to Elliot G's check. Into the middle, oh, and that was Cole and Elliot G working together there for that steal. Well done. Elliot with the ball in net there. Passes all the way up the pool to Riley. Riley gets an ordinary, gives himself a bit of space and the team time to swim up. Good idea. Tries for another ordinary. There's the whistle. So a little bit of space. Passes up top to Elliot G. And Elliot G fires in a cannon into the top left corner. What a goal. Beauty. Scores 3-1 for Surrey. That was a beauty. I can't see the game clock from where I'm sitting. All I have access to is the shot clock. So 28 seconds left on the shot clock. As we reset at the beginning, Nelson's check with the ball. Nelson pressing. They pass ball into the whole set. Oh, kid tries for a backhand, kind of flops it, but is able to get it to another player. And that is Elliot G's check with the ball. And this player's going to shoot. And that's a nice field block by Elliot G. Passes it back to the goalie. Elliot passes it up the side to Nelson. Ah, bros, king bros. Okay, and Jackson. And there's another beauty. Nice pass. Jackson got good net side pool space there. and fired it in. 4-1 for Surrey. Okay, Jackson's check with the ball. Jackson goes for, oh, not quite. Goes for a ball under there, doesn't get the call. Elliot G's check, passes it in. Oh, that kid's got open water. Moses tries on defense there and gets a 5 meter. Or whatever the wording is for that. Causes a 5 meter, I suppose. So that'll be the first penalty. Here we go. Elliot, get big. Oh, what a save, bud. Good job as the ball flies into the game pool behind us. Goes off his arm, so the Whitecaps will get the ball at the 2 meter cone. Here we go. They got 8. What's the whistles about? They'll get 18 seconds on the secondary play here. Oh, and that's a nice stop by Elliot again. The kid tries to shoot straight from the 2 meter, which is something you always have to be aware of, that they can do that now. It used to be a rule, I think, where you had to pass before you could shoot. And now from that 2 meter, you can shoot. Okay, that's Riley working hard over there, pressing that player. Does he get the steal? And he gets the ball under. Good job, Riley. Good job, Riley. And Riley, who's he looking for? He's got Nelson open on the far side. Jackson working in front of the net. Nelson gets an ordinary foul here. Backs up, got passed before he can shoot. And there it goes into Jackson, who's able to leap up and push that into the net. Awesome job. What a play. Good read, everybody. Really nice steal to start that all off by Riley. Oh man, it's fun to see these kids play a game. It's been months. Okay, Jackson's check up top with the ball. Working hard to not let that kid get any closer. He has to pass it. Elliot G's check with the ball. Ordinary foul. Elliot G will back up. Tries to back up. Looks like he's being held, and that kid goes for a shot. And he was... Is that a goal? Yes, it is a goal. Sorry, I wasn't sure if he was outside the 5 to make that shot, and he was. So they scored a quick goal after the foul there. So the score is 5-2 Surrey, and we're going to have a bit of a line change here. So coming in, we have, looks like Michael. Martin, Rory. Rory with ball up top, passes to Elliot G. Elliot G over to Riley. Sorry, there you go. Too busy watching the game myself here. Riley gets an ordinary. Looking for someone to pass to. Elliot G's got, oh, nice try. Jackson picks it up. Oh, goes for a fancy backhand and not quite. Bit of a missed pass there. That's all right. Good pickup by Jackson and good effort. And we're back on defense here. This is Michael's check with the ball. Passes over to Martin's check. This boy's left open. Elliot G's arms up to block. And that is a really nice skip shot on the under Elliot's arm into the corner. And the score is 3-5. 5-3 for Surrey. Okay, Elliot G with the ball. Passes up to Riley. Riley goes for an ordinary foul. Gets himself a little bit of space. Passes to Jackson, who fires it in. Oh, Jackson's having a game here. He's able to work around that whole check on this team for sure. He's getting lots of goals in around that kid. Such a spicy position. 6-3 for Surrey. Back on defense. Jackson's check with the ball. Elliot G's check. Into the whole set. Rory's check. Rory with ordinary foul call. There we go. Michael's check with the ball. Into the hole. Mike gets a hand on it for a field block there. Nice job. The pass couldn't even make it into the whole set position. Elliot G with the ball. Passes to Mike. Mike looking for someone to pass to, finds Jackson. And there, Jackson earns an exclusion. He's going to have to pass before he can shoot. Passes back to Michael. Over to Martin. Martin up top to Elliot G. Back to Mike. To Elliot G. Over to Riley. 6 seconds left on the clock here. Whoops. Martin. Got to go quick now, boys. Shoot, Mike. Lost track of the clock there, I think. Yeah, Mike needs to take that shot before the clock ran out. But that's all right. Here we go. Back on D. It's a good use of the clock. Jackson's check up top with the ball. Michael's check. Mike going back to press after enough time's gone by. Jackson tries for a reach around, ordinary foul. He'll back up to give space. Over to Rory's check. Jackson went for a steal, and they end up dumping the ball because our boys played good defense and killed that clock well. So Elliot will start the play off here. 28 seconds on the shot clock. No idea how much time is left in the quarter. Martin with the ball. He's got Riley. Whoop, comes out of Riley's hand. Riley, big pass back up to Rory. Rory into Elliot G. Oh, off the post. Michael with the ball now. Gets the rebound over to Rory. To Riley on the far side. Into, whoops, who's in there? Is that Elliot G? No, that's Jackson. And he's got two guys on him now. Maybe they're on to our tactics. We'll see. Doesn't quite work out, but here we go. And I think we're into the last, there's no shot clock anymore, so we must be the last few seconds of the quarter here. Okay, pass up top to, nice field block. I think it was either Rory or Riley got their hand in that to block that last shot, right at the buzzer. So the score is 6-3 for Surrey after the first quarter. Okay, we are getting lined up here. In the water, we have Nelson, Akam, Moses, Elliot King in net still, Elliot G, who's number 6, not number 8 like I previously thought, Cole, and Riley. So I'm just getting settled here. Looks like at the official table before they get started. Hope the video is clear enough for you guys and that you can hear me okay.
If there are any issues, maybe just send a message in the group chat and Kelsey or Cynthia can let me know. Here we go. Nelson's doing the sprint again here. Oh, and he gets it that time. Good job, bud. Passes to Acom. Elliot G. Pass to Cole. Cole to Riley. Riley into the middle. Moses can't quite get his hand on it and had three guys on him. And that's a ball under. We're back on defense here. Passes up the pool. That looks like it'll be okay. That's Moses' check with the ball. For the Riley's check, back to Moses' check, unattended here now. Nelson's check. Nelson going back and forth, and there's a nice save by Elliott. Oh, you can't quite get it before it touches the lane ropes. So the Whitecaps will get the ball at the 2 meter with 18 seconds on the clock for a second try here. Nice block though, bud. A comes check with the ball, the 2 meter. Passes up to Nelson's check. Nelson's check over to Moses' check. Oh, nice try, Moses. And who's getting an exclusion here? It's like Riley, I think he's getting the exclusion. So this player is open. Moses putting his arm up to block. And there's a nice block by Elliot King, and he's able to save it from the player that comes after him. Good job, guys. Way to kill that man up real quick. Passes it up to Nelson. Nelson looking for somebody to pass to as the team gets organized up this end of the pool. Riley comes out of the kickout box, had lots of space there. Passes up top to Elliot G. He's got Cole way over in the corner open. Cole moves in. We're down to 5 seconds on the clock. And who can, oh, not quite, not quite. A little bit of an interception, and then Nelson tried to get his hand on it, but not quite there. Back on defense, Akam's check with the ball. Up to Nelson's check. Moses's check. Ordinary foul there. Moses going to put his hand up to block here. He's pressing. This kid's going to try and get another foul out of him. Not quite. Nelson tries to find him sleeping, and the kid passes it in for control. Okay, Nelson retrieves the ball, passes up to Cole. Couple guys on him. Good job, Cole. Was able to get it past the goalie there. I think that probably would have been a 5 meter if he hadn't scored the goal, but they didn't need to call one since he got the goal anyways. So that's 7-3 for Surrey. This kid looks like he wants to shoot right away. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Something at the officials table, maybe? Fixing a clock. There might just be a difference between the kickout board, a discrepancy between the kickout board and some digital screen that they've got. We can't see either, so we're just going to sit there and watch. I'll show you guys the facility here while we have a second. So I think this was built for the Montreal Olympics in '76. That's my understanding. It's a big dive tank down this way. Looks like we've got some people training here now. This guy's about to do a flip, I think. Oh, no, it's different. Can we do a flip? Just adjusting the nets. Anyway, here we are in the middle pool with our officials sorting things out. And then actually in the far pool, our Surrey girls are playing, but there's no scoreboard, so I'm not sure how things are going over there. Feels like we're making progress here. Okay, in the water here, we still have Aiken, Nelson, Moses, Elliot G, Riley, and Cole. Elliot King in net. Tiburon with the ball. Moses is checked, starts up top with the ball. Try Moses, ordinary foul. He'll back up to give space. Riley's checked with the ball. They're going for a steal here. Moses left his check to try for that steal. He's swimming up. He's looking for someone to pass. Blue gets an ordinary foul. He has to pass before he can shoot. He's inside the 5. Oh, and there is a lack of popping the ball. He did not pop the ball. And now we did not pop the ball, apparently. So we lost possession here. And this ball is going to be, oh, come on, Cole. Cole check. Cole working hard. Ordinary foul. Good job, Cole. Pauses the play a little bit, and that player has to pass before he can shoot. So that's great interruption on Cole's part. That was Riley's check, passed it back into Cole's check. Cole working hard over there. Riley tries for a steal. Not sure why he gets a kick out for that. If they're calling him for getting touching the ball after the whistle, it was like a split second, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm not sure. Anyway, Moses is checking the ball up top. All hands in the air to block, and not quite. And Elliot doesn't make that save, so the score is 7-4. That one on a man down situation. Okay, boys will reset at the center here. Elliot G with the ball up top. Other teams just doing a couple of subs here. Here we go. Elliot G passes to Martin. We got Martin in the water here now. Martin looking for someone to pass to. He's going to pop it, swim up a bit, passes back to Elliot G. Back to Martin. There's Cole open in the corner there. Cole with the ball. Into Nelson. Nice job. That was a really nice pass by Cole. He was way wide, so that was good accuracy for a pass that far, and a nice goal by Nelson. Back on defense here. We've got Jackson in the water again. This is Jackson's check with the ball. Jackson's check with the ball there. Over to Cole. Check. Cole with the steal. Taps the ball right out of the player's hand. Nicely done. Elliot King with the ball. Passes to Nelson up on the side here. Nelson looking, passes to Elliot G up top. Elliot's moving in. Oh, what a shot. He goes for a bottom left corner that time from way outside, probably a 6.5 meter line there. Beauty. Brings us to a score of 9-4 for Surrey. Good job, guys. Jackson's check up top with the ball. Jackson's pushing him back. Look at this. Good job, Jackson. That kid lost a few meters of tool space there. Over to Martin's check, over to Cole's check. And who's in the middle there going to get an exclusion? Elliot G. They didn't like how he was checking there, so he's going to get an exclusion. They're on a man down. Jackson's check, Martin's check. Over to Akam's check. Up top to Jackson's check. Oh, nice try. That was a good. Oh, good save, good save, good save. Nelson recovers it and Cole recovers it as it gets loose again. Nicely done, guys. Okay, LEG coming out of the kick-out box there. Whoop, passes it up to Martin, who's underwater for a second, but catches it. Oh, Aiken with the ball here on this far side, or close side, I should say. Goes for a lob and unfortunately just goes over top of the net a little bit too hard. And we're back on defense here. Nelson looks like he's being held here, or he's just hanging back to see what's going to go on with the goalie. Pass up to Akam's check. Akam backs up to good space, arm up to block, passes over to Nelson's check, over to Jackson's check. Looks like he wants to shoot so bad. And that went off, I'm not sure if it just went wide or went off somebody's arm. Either way, our ball back on offense. Big pass from Elliot to Elliot. Elliot finds, whoops, a little bit long there. Tries to find Jackson in the middle. Bit of an overpass. Again, Jackson being guarded by lots of guys there as well. It's up the pool by their goalie over to Martin's check. Jackson's check with the ball. Go to Nelson's check. Go down to 6 seconds. That goes off the crossbar. Covered by Elliot G. Elliot King with the ball. Passes to Elliot G. Over to Cole. Cole finds Nelson. Nelson into the middle. Whoops, whoops, whoops. And Jackson earns that exclusion. Oh. 5 meter, sorry. Looks like the play stopped. Is it a 5 meter? Yeah, it's a 5 meter. So Jackson earned that. Good job. And it looks like Nelson's going to take it. Elliot King shouting, Nelson, shoot right. And he shot right and the goalie went left. So that was a dirty trick, but hilarious. Lots of smiles in the water between the King boys. That brings the score to 10-4. Couple more subs. We got Michael coming back in the water here. Jackson's checking the ball. Oh, Jackson trying for a steal, trying hard, not quite. Ordinary foul. We'll give that kid some space. He makes a pass over to Martin's check. They're going to go for a steal here. Nice pressure, boys. Nelson coming up behind for the steal. Oh, ordinary. Nice try. All right, back on their marks here now. Martin's check with the ball. And there is a post. It goes off the post, and it's going to be our ball. Elliot passes it up to Michael. Michael finds Martin in the open water there. Got Cole open up the far side of your screen. Ordinary foul. Cole back to Martin. Martin fires it in. Nice shot, Martin. Bottom left corner there. Tempo shot. Beauty. 11-4. Elliot G gonna take a break. We got Rory coming back in here. Riley coming back in here. Cole's gonna take a break. Michael, Nelson, Rory, Jackson, Martin, and Riley here. Here we go, back on defense. Jackson's check with the ball up top. Bessie's to Martin's check. They go for a steal. Nelson's check here now. Also, maybe Nelson's check as they play do the steal play as somebody tends to get left unattended. Worked out. Elliot King going the first swim there. That'll tire him out. Fresh ball. Riley up the top of your screen with the ball. Ordinary foul. Passes into the middle. Oh, we don't get that one counted. Something about Jackson reaching or pushing off or something like that. So that one's not going to count on us. And we're back on defense here. And that's Riley's check with the ball. Nelson's check. Riley's check. Oh, and there's Nelson with a steal. Good job, Martin, helping to hold that player in the whole set. Nelson's able to swim in and get that ball. Elliot, big pass up to Riley. Oh, nice try. Can he get his own rebound? That's going to be a 5 meter. 5 meter. I think Jackson maybe got that one, earned that one, not positive. Martin's going to take it, I think. Martin's back. There he goes. He's going to move up here. So Martin's going to take this shot. Oh, nice save by their goalie. And their player's able to get the rebound there. Passes over to Michael's check. In the middle to Jackson's check. Back over to Michael's check. Jackson's check with the ball. Martin's check. Jackson's. Michael coming for a steal, not quite. Lots of pressure they're putting on those kids. Martin tries for it. This could shoot if he wanted to. He decides. Oh, good job. He decides to pass. And Elliot gets the steal right before the clock goes. Big pass up the pool to Michael. Michael finds, oh, not quite. Doesn't quite make it all the way to Riley there. And must be the end of the quarter because their goalie's swimming out. And he goes for a shot that skips over the net. I don't know how much time there's left in the quarter. There's Elliot with the and the end of the first half. We have a score of 11-4 for Surrey. Boys are going to switch ends here and take a 2-minute break. Okay, false start there. Here we have Elliot. Elliot G doing the sprint. Easy win for Elliot there. Riley passes to Rory. Cole with the ball. Jackson in front of the net, and he's able to get it past the goalie there. Sorry, guys, I haven't zoomed in. Well, 4 Surrey. Okay, we got Sasha in net here. Ball gets passed over to Cole's check. To Jackson's check. Back to Cole's check. Cole with, oh, I thought it was going to be a steal. I'm not sure why that didn't work out for him. It's a really nice sneak attack. Elliot G's check, and there's a nice save by Sasha, but who recovers the ball? Good job. Nelson gets his hand on it to pass it back to Sasha. Beauties. Big pass by Sasha up to Cole. Waiting for these kids to get into position here. Cole with the ball. 12 seconds on the clock. Let's make a play happen now. There's, Nelson with the ball. Ordinary. He's going to try. And there's a nice save by the goalie. Bounces all the way back. Elliot G recovers it. Over to Riley. Oh, he's got Cole wide open. Ordinary foul. Up to Nelson. Oh, pardon me, Elliot G. Oh, nice block. Sorry, that was Elliot G there. And nice block by the goalie. Big pass up the pool here. That'll be Rory's check to Riley's check into Elliot G's check. And they didn't like that reach over. Kind of saw that one. And Elliot G's going to get an exclusion for that. So we're going to be on the man down here. 18 seconds. Jackson's swimming over to check him. Rory's going to mark up that player. Jackson's check over to Riley's check. Back over to Jackson's check. They're down to 2 seconds with a sloppy pass, and that's it. That's the shot. Nice defense, boys. Good pressure on them. Forced a couple of sloppy passes. They couldn't make it happen. Riley with the ball. Whoopsies. Passes to Nelson, but the other player, I can't pronounce his name, or this team, Tiburon or something like this. Player gets the ball. We do not recover it. We end up with an exclusion. Jackson's exclusion. Nope, not Jackson. Who's this? Oh, Cole, pardon me. Cole's exclusion. And the other team calls a timeout here on this man up. Okay, Tiburon's going to set up a play here for the man up that they got. Cole in the exclusion box. In the water here, we've got Nelson, Riley, Elliot G, Jackson, and Rory. Nelson's check, Jackson's check, Riley's check. And there's a shot that goes off the post and goes out, and that's going to be our ball. Pardon me, off the crossbar, I think, and we're out there. Cole coming back in from the exclusion box there. Elliot G with the ball, passes up to Riley. Riley with an ordinary foul call there. Looking for someone to pass to. Finds Jackson. Well done, Jackson. Two guys on him. Gets his hand on the ball. Nice pass by Riley. Jackson's able to push it into the net there. That's really tricky sometimes because those players on the other team that are playing defense will try and move that player, which is often Jackson in the case, inside the 2 meter line, in which case the shot or the goal wouldn't count. So Jackson has to keep his eye on that 2 meter cone and make sure he's not forced inside of it because that would just cause a turnover in the end. So that was really well executed. Here we go back on defense here. A little bit of coaching by Vlad on the defense that he wants to run here. Here we go. Jackson's check up top of the ball. Get to Jackson on that one. Jackson's going to catch up. Play passes up to. Oh, we got Mio there. I didn't see Mio come in. Mio in the hole check position. That's a tough one to not get a kick out in. So there's Mio with a kick out, and we are back in a man down situation. Pass to Nelson's check over to Jackson's check. Oh, he wants to shoot, and he hits the crossbar again. Okay, so our ball, Mio coming out of the exclusion box, and Sasha passes up to Cole, over to Nelson. Nelson back to Cole, all the way across to Riley. Nice pass. It's a long ways. There, passes to Mio. A little bit wide. Nice try, bud. Good shot. Nice try. Back on defense here. Cole's checked with the ball. Ordinary foul. Cole did that play some space. He passes it up top to Mio's check. Over to Jackson's check. Into the hole set. And oh, there's a nice goal. Tricky play to be a defender on without getting an exclusion. And I think Elliot G has 2 exclusions already. So one more and he'll be out for the rest of the match. 13-5 is the score. Mio with the ball up top, passes to Cole. Ordinary foul. Cole passes to Elliot G. Up the side. Whoop, into Riley, passes to Jackson, and Jackson gets a 5 meter out of that. I think that might be Jackson's 3rd 5 meter that he's earned for us in this game. Who's coming in to take it? Pull right on. Let's go, pull. Nice. Beauty under the goalie's arm there. That brings us to 14-5. Okay, we're doing a big line change here. Elliot G staying in the water. Michael's joining him. Rory's joining him. Acom coming in. Martin coming in, and Moses coming in. We got Sasha in net. Here we go on defense. Moses is checked with the ball. Elliot G's check. And then Moses is checked. Elliot G's check. Doesn't want to foul him. Good job. Goes off the crossbar, and Michael's able to reclaim that rebound. Good job, Michael. Passes it back to Sasha, all the way to Elliot G up front there. And what's going on? Is that an ordinary? Is it an exclusion? Nope, just an ordinary. Passes back to Moses. Come on, Moses. Oh, over to Cole. Cole goes for a lob, and that's a beautiful lob. Well done. Oh, pardon me, Martin. Martin, not Cole. Martin with the beautiful lob. $15-5. All right, Moses is checked with the ball over to Elliot G's check. Michael's check. Elliot G's check. Oh, good job, Sasha. That kid, that was a good fake. He got me. I thought he was going to pass, but he ended up shooting, and that goes off Sasha's fingertips. So they'll get another chance at it here. 18 seconds at the 2 meter. They need to start that clock again. It's already done. Oh, there they go. Started 18-second clock for this guys at the 2 meter. That is Elliot G's check with the ball into the center. And nice off by Sasha. Oh, and he's able to get it before the other player gets it. Passes it to Rory. Rory up to Martin. Nice block, Sasha. Martin all the way across. He's got Michael on the far side. Back over to Martin. That gets tipped by the other player. We still got 14 seconds on the shot clock to make something happen here. He passes back out to Elliot G. Oh, pardon me, Rory to Rory. Oh, here looks the same. Rory goes for a shot and goes over the net. Pass back to Martin's check. And there's maybe something that's going on here. So I'm going on with the officials table. I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay. Anyway, here we go. They've got 15 seconds. Clock's going. And oh, nice job, Rory. Good job. Good defense by Rory's part. And Moses is able to come in and get the steal there. Elliot G passes to Michael. Ordinary foul. Michael back to Elliot G. To Martin. Go, 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 go. Oh, and he dumps it. I wasn't sure if he's going to try for a second opportunity there. So we dump it as the whole clock got used on their back defense. Okay, we got Akam's check with the ball. Oh boy, Martin's being held, and this player is able to get a shot off into the net. We were on a natural 6-on-6 there, but somehow they scrambled us a little bit, and we didn't all mark up on our checks properly there. So 15-6. Rory up top with the ball to start, passes to Elliot G. Michael's able to release from his check. Ordinary foul for Michael. Passes into Moses. And they're saying Moses, I think, is holding the players. So we a turnover for the other team. Back on defense. Moses, pardon me, Martin's check with the ball. There's a shot and right at the buzzer, and that goes wide. So that's the end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter here, 15-6 for Surrey. It's the end of our break between quarters, so we'll set up here now for the fourth. Okay, in the water, looks like we've got Elliot G to do the sprint. Beside him is Michael, Rory, Moses, Martin, and Aiken. Here we go. Elliot G doing the sprint for us, sir, here. Go, buddy. What is happening? I don't know why we just got the ball. Maybe the kid pushed off. If the other player pushed off the wall, then they would give us the ball automatically. Anyway, here we go, Martin with the ball. Passes to Aiken. Aiken for Rory. Rory to Elliot. Looking for someone to pass to. Moses getting something on it. Oh, it was a good try. Right at the shot clock. It was a nice save by the goalie. And they almost got that play off there. But here we go. Back on defense. Moses is checked with the ball. Martin's check. Rory's check. Ah, that's an exclusion from Rory. Such a tough position to navigate. Okay, so we're going to be on a man down here. 18 seconds. Here we go. Martin's checking the ball. Aiken's check with the ball. Passes over to Elliot G's check. Up top to Moses's check. Good fake there. And that was a really cool tempo shot. It went high, landed over the net. It was like a tempo lob attempt. He's really neat. Don't see that very often. Okay, Rory's out of the exclusion box. He's got the ball there now. Passes across to Elliot G. Passes it up to Michael. Oh, and that goes into full space kind of between their player and their goalie, unfortunately. That's on defense here. Ordinary foul. Who's going to go for that boy? Moses is checked with the ball. And that's a nice stop by Sasha. Sasha looked like he was ready for that one. Beauty. Sasha passes to Elliot G. Elliot G up to Michael. And that keep kind of went over top of Michael. I'm a little bit surprised that's not an exclusion, but there you go. Ordinary foul. Up to Elliot G. Passes it over to Martin. See, can Martin get a shot off here? Not quite. He passes into Moses, but it lands in the hands of the other player instead. And there's an exclusion on Moses. Some of the shenanigans must have happened after the whistle. And now the other team has called their second time out of the game. So they've got a man up. And Moses has an exclusion and they call the time out. So they'll have a minute to figure things out. Want to watch some diving while we wait? Or maybe they'll just be on a diving blanket. See some maple leafs on the coaches' jerseys over here. I'm wondering if this is a Team Canada diving squad. Okay, here we go. So we are in a man down scenario here. Score is 15-6 for Surrey. Tiburon with the ball. Nelson's back in the water. Nelson's check with the ball. The two Martin's check up top with Cole's check. Riley's check. All the way across. Nice reach, Martin. Good try. Over to Nelson. Check. Oh, and that was such a good try by Sasha. Just snuck under his arm. Such a good try. He was right there. 15-7 and a couple more subs coming in. Jackson, Michael, Elliot D, Cole, Nelson, Riley back in here. Michael passes to Cole, passes up to Riley. Riley up top to Elliot G. Elliot G into. Oh, maybe Jackson pushed off is what they're claiming there. So we've lost possession. There's a turnover. And we're going to go back on defense here. Pass up to Jackson's check. Nelson's check. Riley's check. Jackson's check. Riley's check. We got 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Oh, and that gets stripped off of one of our players, hits the crossbar. Cole gets the rebound, passes back to Sasha. Sasha passes up to Riley. Beautiful pass. Jackson open on the other side unattended. Jackson's able to fire it in past the goalie. Nicely done, boys. Brings us to 16-6. Or maybe 16-7. I'm not sure. There's not a lot of flipping of the scoreboard down there happening. Jackson's check with the ball. Passes up top. That'll be Nelson's check. Over to Riley's check. Lines up the block. Over to Jackson's check. Riley's check. Good job, Riley. Nice defense. His arms up to block field. Nice field block by Nelson. Other team's able to recover the rebound off his arm. And over to Cole's check here now. Up to Riley's check. Back to Cole's check. They only have 4 seconds left here, and that is a goal. Nuts. Stopped it, and it sort of rolled in after he stopped it. So I think the score maybe is 16-7 or 16-8. Could be 16-8 now. They're not really changing the scoreboard anymore for reasons unknown. Okay, back on offense here. Martin with the ball. Passes to Elliot G. Elliot G finds Riley. Riley into the middle to Jackson. Oh, a little bit of a weird skip. Oh, not quite. Oh, it was a weird skip on the water there, so it kind of went a little bit past Jackson. He got his hand on it, but they called it a turnover just as Jackson flung it into the net. So nice try on our guys' part, but back on defense here. Going to be Riley's check with the ball. Passes it into the whole set position. And between Martin, Nelson, and Sasha, they make that steal happen. Elliot G passes up to Riley. Riley finds Martin. Ordinary foul. He could shoot if he wants to. Passes back to Elliot G. And find Michael on the far side there. Michael across to Riley. And Riley, that's a beautiful skip shot on the inside. Unexpected. You'd think he'd go cross page there. I think it tricked a lot of us. All right. Good job, Riley. Beauty. Maybe 17-8. Okay, back on defense. Martin's checked with the ball. Up top to Jackson's check. To Nelson's check. Jackson's check. Martin's check. Into the middle, and that's a nice stop by Sasha. Way to be there. Sasha with a big pass up to Riley. Got Mio in the water again. Oh, not quite. Martin tries to push it into the net. Doesn't quite have enough energy behind it, and it goes flat in the water. That's Mio's check with the ball here. And Sasha, that's going to be a 5 meter. Yeah. That's one of those tricky calls where the player's either going to draw 5 or it's a breakaway on Sasha. So sometimes the coach just says draw the 5 and let Sasha give it a whirl at saving it. So here we go, Sasha. Get big, bud. What was that? Did they count it? There's like a lot of whistles happening here. I don't think the player was quite where the ref wanted him to be. Okay, so that one didn't count. Here comes the actual shot. Oh, nice try. 17-9. Mio's going to start us off with the ball. Nope, passes it up to Jackson. Okay, here we go. Not sure how much time is left in this quarter here. Other teams just doing a quick sub, and there we go. Ball's in Mio's hand. Mio passes to Martin. Ordinary foul. Martin gets himself a bit of space. Pass to Nelson. Nelson up to Riley. Ordinary foul. And yeah, there's an exclusion. That kid was kind of hopping on Riley there. So we have a man up. So we've got 18 seconds to make something happen here. And we call a timeout with 11 seconds left. Oh, they stopped the clock at 10. Okay, we got 10 seconds here after they have a little meeting about what play they're going to run. Okay, here we go. Man up. Oh, they put 13 seconds. So they added a couple seconds back onto the shot clock there for us. Pass up to Martin. Ball. Elliot G. Nelson. Shot. 18-9. Jackson's check up top of the ball. Over to Elliot G's check here now. Jackson's check. Jackson's arm up to block. That horn means nothing. And that shot went wide. Our ball. Big pass from Sasha up to Martin. Martin's swimming it up the side still. Turned and goes for his other. Man, he's good at those. Good job, Martin. 19-9. Okay, it looks like we've got a running clock now because we are a 10-point spread. Nope, maybe not. It's Riley's check with the ball to Jackson's check over to Elliot G's check. Over to Jackson's check. Riley's shot. Oh, that shot goes wide. It looks like we're in the last like 10 seconds or something of the game here. Sasha goes for it, and there's a field block, and the final score is 19-9 for the Surrey Water player. Good job, guys. Nice game. Ease into things here. The next game will be at 5:40 Montreal time, so 2:40 your time. And I think they play Shadow. I believe Shadow's an Ottawa team. Okay, final score 19-9. We'll see you guys back here in a few hours.